Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm continuing my journey with the 100-day project. So I think this will be my third installation, and the last 9 days I've been playing on my cardstock here with my pencil collection. Now I must confess, pencil is not my favorite medium to work with. So the last 9 days was a little bit challenging for me, but I think I've learned something and I've created something pretty. Some of these little cards are really lovely, and some of them was a little bit more challenging, but together I do think that they create a beautiful little collage. And so today I'm just going to install all of these on a sheet of paper, and again it will add to the beauty of this whole 100-day project. It is quite exciting when you spend a little bit of time just creating with no sort of big reason behind it, besides to just spend a few minutes in mindfulness contemplation, playing with color and just doodling and just seeing where the little 10-minute session will take you, and then to discover, a whole sort of picture around it that you didn't know was going to happen until you bring all of these little pieces together. So for me personally, it's a beautiful space to just practice intuitive art, responding intuitively to what is happening on the cardstock, and allowing the medium to be a bit of a constraint, but also exploring different textures, different feelings, different ways of mixing color. So that really was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna just stick this onto a page for us today, and this will also go into a frame. And I didn't spend any time sort of looking at these compositions and deciding which way up, which way down. I really think each of us will go about it in a different way. So I do think, however, this was a very interesting day for me. It sort of reminded me of a fingerprint, or of the rings that you find in a tree that is cut. So this was quite sort of interesting, the combination of the hard edges and then this sort of ring or fingerprint sort of idea. And I did zoom in on all of these sessions just to give you a bit of an idea of the beautiful textures that we do have here. This is some beautiful glimmer in the paper that was achieved when we initiated this piece of paper. So I think I'm just going to arrange them here in a nice way that sort of speaks to me. Right, I'm back and a little bit more organized. So I've looked at my arrangement and I've switched to another gold pen, because the other gold pen, I think it's maybe expired. It just looked very translucent to me. So let's start with this journey, and I've decided to put this one in the middle. What I'm looking for is just the line and the shape, and maybe in a way the composition of the little canvas or cardstock and how I colored it in. And then I'm just trying to bring them together in a way that relates to each other or continues to tell the story. So I'm just using my ordinary Pritt or glue stick here, and I'm just going to, again, in the spirit of intuitive art and just responding to it in the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and place it. This really ultimately is the exercise for me. It is not about producing anything in particular. Like, I think sometimes we can be in a production mindset. Like every piece of art must be a production, must have monetary value, must be able to, be sold for money, or anything like that. And I'm just like saying, not all art has to be about money. Not all art has to be an end product. I think that is a very old way of thinking about art. I think art is a very sacred, intuitive, beautiful, personal journey. And I think the very first motivation for creating art should be first and foremost for yourself. So art for me, especially a practice like this, my creative practice, is always first for myself. I must be able to process my day, process my week, and just allow myself the freedom to express myself without any restraint, without any overthinking, I'm going to put it like that, without any editing. I think we have to edit ourselves constantly, every day, in society, on social media, at work, at home, with friends and family. Art should be the one place in your creative practice where you give yourself permission to just freely express yourself without judgment, without condemnation, without forcing it to be something that it's not. And what I've discovered this last 9 days, working with my pencil and just playing with this medium, was, number one, it's not my favorite medium. It's not the medium that I will go to it's nice to have it. Maybe you feel different about pencils. Maybe it's your favorite medium. So do drop me a comment and tell me, what do you think of pencil? Do you like pencil? Do you like working in pencil? And maybe tell me which brands is your favorite, if it is your favorite. I will just put a book on this. I really do enjoy my wet mediums a lot more, but now also understanding what it is we're doing with this 100-day project and what is the whole sort of point of this whole exercise. I like to use it to just grow personally and to try something new that I haven't tried before, and just to see where it will lead me. I do have some of these cards. No, that's not what I want to say. I did enjoy a lot of these cards, even though it's not my favorite medium. I did enjoy the opportunity it gave me to play with line and with texture, rather than depending on the strength of a liquid medium. I couldn't always blend the way I wanted it to blend, and but in spite of that, it's given me a beautiful texture and a beautiful experience as a medium. And I think there's a lot more to be said about pencil and techniques that you can do. But I still think not my favorite medium, but I did learn a lot. It's definitely something I will add to a painting as another element of texture. Maybe like in an abstract painting, just adding some graffiti and just enjoy that expression of a finer line. That's very nice to me. But I don't know, it brought a lot of childhood memories back for me, which is great. It's great. Where I maybe felt like, oh, I remember entering coloring competitions and thinking, oh my word, my little art drawing that I did was so pretty. But then seeing what others were capable of doing with pencil, maybe I compared myself. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I think I really enjoy intense color, and that's what I get from paint. With pencil, you have to really focus on how hard it is that you are pressing. Are you coloring very softly, or are you pressing very hard? I think there's a few videos where you might see me break a pencil tip because I'm pressing so hard. I want a nice clean line, and then I'm pressing so hard that the graphite sort of crumbles. I think that's one of the main reasons why I didn't enjoy pencil as much as I did the previous medium. So this is going to be exciting. This is a beautiful little collage that has come together, and we've worked in pencil. Beautiful 9 days of reflection, introspection, and just mindfulness. That was really lovely, and I'm excited to get into the next medium. So I'm in two minds, and maybe you can help me. Should I play with gouache, acrylic, or watercolor? Why don't you tell me in a comment below which medium do you think I should try next out of those three? And I'm going to be using either the remaining stock I will see, or depending on the medium. So there's still plenty of cardstock here for I think 2 more rounds of 9, I think. So we'll see what medium I decide to use on them, or if I'm going to activate another piece of paper. I mean, that's always a possibility. So I think one of the things I sort of thought about in this last sheet activation was that the colors was a little bit more, or were a little bit more towards the neutrals, and I felt like there were some sort of sparks of inspiration missing. So maybe my activation page was a little bit too bland, or a little bit too much on the same genre, but we'll see. We'll take it from there. Listen, this is an experiment. There's no rules, and we can always adapt and try something new. It's most important to stay inspired and to keep trying. Learn something from your mistakes and discover something through exploration. If it's not for you, or it's not something that sparks major joy for you, then that's cool. You've learned something about yourself and about the art mediums that's available, and then move on to the next art medium and see maybe that sparks joy for you and brings in a fresh feeling of excitement. And that's definitely something I feel I need to activate. So we'll see what you guys vote on, and then we'll take it from there. But stay creative, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye for now.